and Twitter. And it's a dog crap. Okay, let me restate that. It's a pretty good site. They just got dog crap people, random dog crap people. Like the guy that runs it is an idiot. Anywho, and I won't get into Dirk Chatelain. Well, I'll get into Dirk Chatelain a little later in the show. But looking at the Lakers, it's like they didn't expect to be bad. These Lakers fans, it's like they didn't expect to be bad. Are you kidding me? What did you see on this roster? They're like the majority of people who are like, okay, at best, this team's going to win 30 to 35 games. That was being optimistic. And now all these people are complaining and whatnot. Where did you see these wins coming from? I mean, look at the first month of the season. There looks like maybe one or two, guaranteed wins out of that. Maybe Minnesota, and there's one other one down the line. That's 2 guaranteed wins. What else were you expecting out of this season, Laker fans?
They had the plan went awry when Dwight Howard decided not to come back, because they pushed all their chips to the middle of the table on Dwight Howard, because they didn't. I honestly don't think the Buss family thought there was any chance in hell that a superstar center would not want to be the next great Lakers center. Except they forget that Dwight Howard's an idiot. But
would you have gone back to the Lakers if you were Dwight Howard?
I probably would.
And Tony, are you kidding me?
No, I totally agree with you there. But for the record, I never wanted Dwight Howard. I think Dwight Howard is one of the more overrated players in the NBA. I think he's a defender and a rebounder.
He's the downfall was actually the Chris Paul trade, because you guys went all in.
You're absolutely right, Bob.
It's not because you didn't get Chris Paul. It's because you went all in, and Lamar Odom found out that he was going there. Once that got nixed, you had to bring back an unhappy Powell, an unhappy Lamar Odom, and then you had to ship Lamar Odom off because he wasn't happy.
Yeah, but Lamar Odom went nuts. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Everyone forgets Lamar Odom was a mental midget before the Lakers. Yeah. The Clippers, the Heat, he even back to University of Rhode Island and Jim Herrick coaching him.
Yeah, with him and Cuttino Mobley there.
Yeah, seriously. He has been a mental midget. He was a mental midget his entire career before he, loved L.A. and met his wife and won titles with Kobe. Lamar Odom was like a key piece to those back-to-back Laker championships in the late 2000s. And then this trade went down, and he just went off the freaking deep end. They traded him to the Mavericks for a song. Didn't get any return on that investment. The Lakers never found a point guard. They went with Ramon Sessions, if you remember, later that year. And then coughed up a bunch to – they owe the Lakers a 2015 first-round draft – I'm sorry, they owe the Suns a 2015 first-round draft pick. Protected for selections 1 through 5 in 2015. 1 through 3 in 2016, and 1 through 3 in 2017, and unprotected in 2018.
Well, let me state this. With the Lamar Odom deal, who knows how long, it really is surprising that he, went down the coke. Well, maybe he was already down the cocaine road before, but he went even further down it after he went to the Clippers. Yeah, he really went down the spiraling staircase after that that trade. The Ramon Sessions, I still see. This is the problem. Is I used to have Lakers insiders on my show, and so I'd have to talk Lakers, and I had to watch Lakers and all that stuff, research Lakers. And I thought Ramon Sessions would be a good fit, because he was good in Minnesota. He was good in Milwaukee. He was okay in Minnesota, and I felt like he would be a good fit there with the Lakers because they need a point guard. I also threw in the name Patty Mills at the time. Nobody would listen to me,
right?
And he's been great for the Spurs. But you look at with Ramon Sessions, that didn't work out. It worked out for like one game, and that was it. But after that Chris Paul trade got nixed, it was like that franchise just completely imploded, and they didn't know what to do after that on how to, trade pieces, sign free agents, all that stuff. It just turned into a complete disaster. Jim Buss takes over, Jerry Buss dies. Just a complete crapshoot, so to speak.
Yep. Nope. It's everything you said there. I wanted Kyle Lowry. He was available for trade. The year Sessions was available too. I really thought Lowry would have been a better fit for what we needed him to do. We needed
Sessions. I liked Sessions because that song by Usher was out at the time. These are my concessions. Or confessions, but I did concessions.
I see what you did there. Okay.
Yeah, see. But what were you going to say?
To get back to your comment about the Lakers' draft status for this year, their only draft picks are other teams' draft picks. They gave their first round to Phoenix. They gave their second round to Orlando, okay, and their 2017 first round draft pick to Orlando. That whole Dwight Howard fiasco. They get this year. They have Houston's first round protected for selections 1 through 14 in 2015, and if it's not in the lottery, then it goes to next year and 1 through 10. Houston's not going to finish. This is going to go on and on. They're not going to see that draft pick until 2021. It's absolutely ridiculous. Unless they make a trade, and it's hard for people to wrap their brain around. But what's the only chip the Lakers have that has any value right now?
Yeah, basically what you're saying is they're daft in so many words.
Exactly. They can't trade because his contract is
looking at, I don't think it's tough to build a team in LA through the draft. They never have, they never will. So what do you think they need to hope for? Durant, Westbrook, what do they need to hope for in the next couple of years?
They're going to have to hope for a free agent that is willing to bear the cross of being the one that follows Kobe. Everybody outside of LA hates Kobe, but Lakers fans love Kobe. There's two varying extremes there, and it's one or the other. There's very few people that are on the fence. You either love Kobe or you hate him with a passion. So you need somebody that's willing to play there, that has some level of demonstrated success in the NBA. But then you also need to convince a bunch of young up-and-comers that teams maybe can't afford to add but can be valuable pieces. And you got to hope to God Byron Scott can coach his ass off. I mean, honestly, that's the only hope right now. You're not going to get a number one pick. Your best draft pick in a while was Julius Randle. He broke his leg, gone for the year. Now the only upside to that is James Worthy had the exact same injury, and it didn't seem to bother him either. So James Worthy's problem was hookers.
But James Worthy also had the luxury of playing with Kareem and Magic and Michael Cooper. He had time to recover, and they had a deep enough team where he could recover in time. I'm not guessing that the Lakers are patient enough to let Julius Randle recover.
They got no choice. They have to be.
Jim Buss or Jeannie Buss? Your pick.
I picked Jeannie just because she's better to look at. Simply because she's a chick.
In the category of people I've heard of more and seen less, Jim Buss has to be in the top 5.
Jim Buss? What do you mean? Say that again.
People that I've heard of more and seen less, Jim Buss is definitely in my top 5 because I've seen maybe 3 pictures of him and heard his name close to 1,000 times.
Yeah, because the word is that the two of them don't really get along. So they have very different ideas on how to run the team. And you look at what Jim Buss has done, and you can't say that there's any reason to believe he has any idea what the right thing to do is.
Who gets Who gets the shaft first in L.A., Jeannie or Jim?
Oh, I don't know. Jim seems to be more in control, but Jeannie is coming out and being the face of the franchise. I think you're stuck with the two of them until one of them walks away.
Yeah, I don't know with Jim and Jeannie. You know, it's going to be a definite problem for that franchise as long as those two are fighting over who takes the reins.
I mean, look at it
this way. Do you
think
that's a bigger problem or Kobe?
Look at it this way. Jim Buss's future brother-in-law is Phil Jackson. And that wasn't enough to get Phil to come back to the Lakers in the front office position. And Phil wanted to. Jim wouldn't do it.
That's because nobody wants to hire somebody that's nailing their sister, though.
It's family now. He put a ring on it. It's legit.
Either way, though. Nobody likes their in-laws. Nobody likes somebody that's nailing their sister. Those are the rules.
They're not living in sin anymore.
Yeah, but are they wedded or are they just are they engaged?
They're engaged.
Okay, so yeah, they're still living in sin.
No, he's going to marry her. He's going to make an honest woman out of her. Can't say it with a straight face. Oh my God.
Well, with okay, what did you make of Jeannie Buss's rounds at ESPN?
I think she was doing a little bit. See, if you watch what she said, she stuck up for Kobe, and then on opening night she did an interview and she seemed a little bit more pulled back, a little bit more neutral, a little bit more professional. I think she did a little bit of damage control with those interviews. But like I said, she's the face of the franchise. I don't think Jim really wants to be that guy. He wants to control. He wants to be the one running. He wants to make all the decisions. But I don't think he wants to be the one out in front of cameras answering questions. And he leaves that to his sister.
Well, of course he doesn't want to do that kind of business because I've never seen him. I've never heard him talk. I had to Google him to figure out what he looked like. And he looks like, I don't even know what he looks like. He looks like kind of a troll.
Which would explain a lot, I'm just saying.
The Cavs, Knicks, what is your, seeing all the hoopla over LeBron coming home, playing his first game in Cleveland, all that lovey-dovey stuff. What did you make of tonight with LeBron coming home?
Big deal. Big deal. I mean, LeBron had 8 turnovers. When was the last time you saw LeBron James have 8 turnovers? I mean, honestly.
I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a joke here, but I'm losing it.
He's going to open a bakery in Cleveland. Coming soon. James's turnovers. Sorry.
Yeah. Speaking of turnovers, though, those turnovers that come in those individually wrapped packs, those are incredible.
Now you're making me hungry because I've had crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little hungry too, Jared. Take me to the store. But yeah, the whole hoopla, the concerts, all the people in the streets. Cleveland, I'm kind of leaning towards their worst sportsmen in Miami fans. I mean, these people are still celebrating in the streets on SportsCenter. They just lost to the Knicks. And everybody's writing the Knicks off as the worst team in the NBA.
Those fools that were all burning, they were all burning LeBron's jersey 4 years ago. Were the same ones scrambling, trying to sew the holes in it this past summer. They're atrocious.
What, do you think? How many of them do you think put the LeBron James jersey in an urn?
Probably all of them. I mean, Cleveland fans, Cavaliers fans, they showed just what a bunch of asses they really are during that whole fiasco. I mean, honestly,
they're losers.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the way that LeBron handled that 4 years ago, leaving everybody on the dangle when it was pretty clear they all knew what the hell they were doing. But at the same time, to react that way is just stupid. It's just stupid.
The whole thing with LeBron, this is why we're blessed with Stephen A. Smith